Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Tonight I'm going to give a talk to some young adults. Yeah, I will put on a collared shirt. And I'm going to explain why some conventional career advice requires more nuance. The first bit of conventional advice is value positivity, dismiss naysayers. Well, we live in an era in which praise is often given, criticism withheld, but we benefit from both praise and criticism. Trying to succeed with just praise is like trying to win a boxing match with one arm tied behind your back. So, ask respected people you respect, for suggestions for improvement. You might even ask about your weaknesses, even if they are tough to improve. For example, let's say you're an intense person. That's a foundational personality characteristic that's really quite difficult to change. But it still helps you to know about that so you can put yourself in situations that skirt that weakness. For example, solo activities. The second bit of conventional wisdom around career is to use career guides and software to pick a career. Sure, career guides and software expose you to lots of careers you wouldn't have thought of. And, in the case of software, match you to good fits. The problem is that those tools too rarely suggest careers for which you have door-opening connections. And if you have to compete for such careers without connections, your chances of landing a good job aren't so great. Unless you find a career that is quintessentially you, for example, you want to be a psychotherapist or whatever, a doctor, your prospects of career contentment may be better if you ask your family, friends, and alumni connections for a not too specific career lead. For example, I'm a people person. Might you know someone who might want to hire me or offer me an internship? Of course, if you're not a people person, substitute one or two of the following that best describe you. Are you a fix-it, build-it person? Are you an analytical type? Are you artistic? Are you entrepreneurial? Or do you like and are good at office detail, like accounting or bookkeeping, whatever? Your network is unlikely to give you a lead on a so-called cool career, for example, in the entertainment business or fashion business. Few people have such leads. The good news, though, is that career contentment is less likely to accrue from a cool career where competition is fierce than from a job with a good boss, reasonable job stability, learning opportunities, ethical and important work, decent pay and commute. And unless you're a star, you're more likely to get such a job through connections, even if off the shelf it doesn't sound so great. For example, working in some particular corporation or some particular nonprofit or government agency. Key is going to be for you to tailor the job, or at least try to tailor the job to your strengths and skirt your weaknesses. For example, more or less people contact, more or less involvement with the computer, more or less detail-orientedness. A third bit of conventional wisdom around career is, you're young, so you have plenty of time to choose a career. Well, fact is, changing careers is more difficult than many people realize. You would need to take the time and money, usually, to retrain, and then, when you're older, having to compete with jobs with people who have experience. It's usually wiser to throw yourself fully into your first career and, as I mentioned, adapt it to fit your strengths, weaknesses, and preferences. A final bit of advice that's given these days, weed's legal, so it's okay. Yes, in many jurisdictions marijuana is legal, but like cigarettes, its dangers to mental and physical health are far greater than you've been led to believe. The marijuana companies, which are often owned, at least in part, by tobacco companies and their PR firms, get their pro-pot message trumpeted in major media. Fact is, there is good and increasing data from top university research to suggest that marijuana has serious dangers. I've written about this for Time Magazine and Psychology Today. I've reviewed the literature. So you might want to Google marijuana dangers and my last name, Nemko, and you'll see the articles with links to all the but lots of university research. But anyway, serious dangers like decreasing IQ, decreased memory, decreased motivation, increased risk of depression, increased risk of social anxiety. Marijuana increases the risk of cancer and cardiovascular disease, even among the young. Takeaway? An old cliche is that youth is wasted on the young. I hope that these ideas are going to help you ensure that your youth is not wasted on you. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And in any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.